It's summertime, and that means a lot of sports and running around with your kids. It also means a lot of accidents. A baseball to the mouth or a chipped tooth on a sidewalk can ruin any kid's day. At Colorado Kids Pediatric Dentistry, they can take care of your child and bring back their smile. Colorado Kids Pediatric Dentistry are members of the American Board of Pediatric Dentistry. They've been named top dentists by 5280 magazine, and they're accredited by the BBB and have an A+ rating. Dr. Lisa Fox and Dr. Patrick Wilson from Colorado Kids Pediatric Dentistry join us today. Thank you both for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So let's talk about some common tooth injuries that you see at your practice.
Well, we see anything from just soft tissue injuries like lip injuries all the way up to broken teeth or even lost teeth, baby and permanent.
And what can people do to avoid and prevent these injuries?
Well, obviously we're not going to keep our children bubble wrapped in our living room all the time. So some of the easy things that we can do to avoid injuries are wear mouth guards. I love the way my pediatrician says this. It says anything with wheels, we should have helmets and mouth guards on.
Sure.
But of course, any sport that we play with balls or bats or clubs or any of these things can injure their teeth. So I recommend a mouth guard for everyone, even soccer, baseball, softball, we see a lot of injuries.
Yeah, basketball, I see a lot more kids playing, using mouth guards in basketball. And something I hadn't thought of until I started seeing others do it. So learn from other people, I guess, is a pretty big key there. What injuries need immediate attention?
Well, I think the biggest thing for parents to keep in mind is that after an injury, things tend to look very bad, especially if there's bleeding involved and parents can panic. The biggest thing is just to remain calm. And the best thing to do is call a pediatric dentist and talk to them on the phone, even if it's after hours, and they can determine, does your child need to be seen right away? Is this something that has to be treated immediately? And don't make that decision on yourself. Let the pediatric dentist talk you through it.
Let the experts handle the situation. So let's talk about hygiene and teeth care and how it's different for kids versus adults.
Well, children need some help with their oral hygiene. The dexterity isn't there to floss and brush, and I know that a lot of parents are surprised when we say you need to floss your child's teeth. Decay is more common in between the teeth in children versus on top of the teeth in adults, so flossing is incredibly important, and we need to help our children do that. I know that all of my children are in a big rush to do everything, so we like to use timers to time them for 2 minutes. There's a lot of tricks that children need that adults don't need. You have the discipline to be able to brush your teeth for 2 minutes.
Right.
An 8-year-old doesn't.
Yeah, and good point on the timer.
Yeah.
And the other that I've noticed too is that they don't do a very good job brushing on the gum line. I mean, they do a good job down below or maybe right on top. Or just in the front.
Yeah,
exactly. But they do need to get all their teeth all over, so that's a great point. We actually have a testimonial from one of your patient's parents, so let's take a listen and see what he has to say. Or she has to say.
We went to see a regular dentist for a while, and definitely the pediatric dentist is a lot more gentle and explains things more thoroughly, and it makes it a lot easier for the kids. It's really comfortable, it's fun, the kids have a great time, and everyone's so great. The staff is great with the kids. My overall experience has been fantastic. It's been wonderful. My kids love coming here. They look forward to it, actually.
So what options exist then to fix decay, for children and they're either very young or maybe they're anxious or maybe they're uncooperative?
A lot of our patients' issues we find can be dealt with in the clinic, just taking a little bit of extra time, a little bit of extra TLC with that kid, and that can go a long way to get those cavities treated. For some kids, that's just not quite enough. We do have extra licensing to be able to do oral sedation in our office. We can give some kids some medication to make them a little bit more calm. And if the child is just too young or there's too much to do, we can also take them to the Children's Hospital where we are on staff there, and we can see children there and fix their teeth while they're asleep if necessary.
All right, well, so a lot of options for parents to consider and something they really should do to make going to the dentist fun so they have a lifelong experience, lifelong good experiences. So thank you so much for being here, and I'm going to tell our viewers how they can get a hold of you. Colorado Kids Pediatric Dentistry keeps kids smiling. Call them to make going to the dentist fun for you and your kids. Their number is 303-791-4400 or visit their website, ckpd.com. The first 10 new clients to mention Haystack when they show up for their appointment will receive a free Kids Sonicare toothbrush. They do not accept Medicaid or CHIP. The number again is 303-791-4400.